Hello YouTube friends, and welcome to another edition of RV Destinations Unknown. Today we are at the Dinosaur Resource Center. I have no idea if this is something for kids, if this is something for adults, but I see a triceratops and I'm kind of excited. I love dinosaurs. Ever since Jurassic Park came out, oh my gosh, fell in love with the movie. Love everything about it. All the dinosaurs are awesome. I think it captivates children's minds. Steven Spielberg did a wonderful job. And sorry for all the background noise, but check this guy out. Oh my gosh, how cool is that? All right, my wife's already inside. She's too excited. She couldn't wait on me to do the filming of this, so I'm gonna head in and we're gonna see what it's all about. All right, friends, so we just talked with Danny. He is one of the tour guides here, and he was giving us a little bit of information. This is by no means a kids-only activity, very much adult-oriented, especially if you're like me and you love dinosaurs, you fell in love with Jurassic Park. This is actually the third largest paleontology resource center in the world. How about that? It's right here in Colorado Springs. Admission tickets were $13 for adults. They do guided tours, they do self-guided tours, so whatever you wanted to do, but we'll get a chance to actually see the processing lab where they recover dinosaur bones and they make them available to put on display. How cool is this place? I mean, I don't know if you're looking behind me, but you know, there are molds of actual dinosaur bones. Some of them are actual dinosaur bones, like this one right here, where it says do not touch. Yeah, that's an actual recovered dinosaur bone. How cool is that? So Danny was telling me, you know, there's a lot of actual bones here, but there's also a lot of molded bones just because the actual bones are too heavy and fragile and delicate to put on display. So I'm going to swing the camera around because this is not about me. This is about you getting to see everything here. I'm going to swing the camera around so that you can see all that there is to see here. How cool is this? Let's check it out.
They're all around the world too. It was founded in Germany.
What?
And original fossils, 155 million years old. It was founded in Germany.
Germany.
That's pretty cool right there. Yeah.
Look at that. Look at some of these dinosaurs. How cool is this? All right, friends, so I am having a blast here. I want to introduce you to the chicken from hell. He's my new friend, I suppose. This is him. This is deemed the chicken from hell, as the placard says here. I'm telling you, if you are a dinosaur enthusiast, this place is so fun. Look how many different bones. I mean, could you imagine this thing charging you in the woods? I don't think you can appreciate. Look how big his head is compared to mine. I'm just saying, like, absolutely crazy. You know, what all there is here to see. It is absolutely insane. Let me turn around here and show you even more. You know, I mean, look at this guy. Like, look here on the ceiling above me. Look at this. Could you imagine? You know, you're trotting along through the jungle there, and all of a sudden this giant thing comes and swoops down and tries to take your head off, right? It's absolutely crazy. Look at all these cool, you know, fossils, you know, ones that are from actual digs. I mean, look at this. Look how cool this is. I mean, absolutely insane. you know, the fossils that are here, all the cool things that are here. I'm telling you, if you like dinosaurs, if you like fossils, this is a cool place to come. I'm just gonna go into the next room and see what the heck's in here. First thing I see,
That's intense.
look at this guy. I mean, absolutely huge. How would you like to be tromping, you know, on a hike in the jungle or in the mountains and have this guy run up on you? I think your day would be ruined. Look at these actual fossils. Look at these guys. These are the hardheads. How cool were some of those fossils? I'm telling you. The cool thing is, one of the things they told us is things behind glass, they're not copies. They are the actual fossils that were found. So, for example, this fossil is in the plaster of Paris. It's behind glass, which tells us that it's the real deal. This is exactly what they found during the excavations. Other ones, like these guys that we were just looking at that are not behind glass, what they did is they took the fossils and they actually did a mold of them. So they did a plaster Paris mold of it, and then were able to pull that mold off of the original fossils and put together this casting replica that you see behind me. So while it's not the real fossil, it is a exact mold of what they found. So very cool. Very cool bit of information on how they preserved that. So I'm gonna get some pictures. We'll be right back. Alright, so a moment ago I was telling you about my friend, the hard-headed dragon, right? He's got the big old thick skull at the top of his head. So Danny came over and gave us a little history about this dinosaur. This dinosaur is actually the first fully discovered intact, complete skeletal dinosaur that was discovered by one of the founders of this pavilion, of this resource center. And this dinosaur's name, when broken down, actually translates to hard-headed lizard of Wyoming, because this dinosaur is found in Wyoming. So this is actually the mascot of the resource center here. And if you want to see what this dinosaur more than likely looked like with all of his muscles and skin and that sort of thing, well, here he is right here. Let's check him out. That is more than likely what they believe this dinosaur looked like. Now, here's some fun facts. So if you notice, this dinosaur has a very thick skull. So one of the things that Danny was telling us that is probably going to be changing here soon, and it's because of the research that this foundation is doing. When they found the complete skeleton of this dinosaur, they noticed that the vertebrae was too thin to actually do head-to-head hitting, meaning that the thick skull is probably not used for head-to-head aggression combat, as most paleontologists originally suspected. So what that means is, hey, why does this dinosaur have a thick head? Well, one of the theories being postulated, if you notice on the mascot head how they have the protruding horns out the backside, well, a recent theory is maybe it is for side-to-side combat. So what that means is the dinosaur shakes his head side to side, trying to jab his horns that are in the back of his head into the jugular of the dinosaur that he's fighting with. Having a hard head for that would be nice, and it's not going to be the same axial loading on the vertebrae that that originally was postulated for this dinosaur having a thick skull. So who knew? You know, thank you, Danny, for that bit of information. Now we're heading into the next part of this exhibit, and oh my gosh, we have stumbled into the underworld. Look at all of these Cretaceous skeletons of the ocean, of the depths of the sea. You know, look at this. What you think? Are you stunned?
I'm a little scared. How big these creatures are.
You know, could you imagine out in the ocean, you're jet skiing, you're boating, you're doing something like that, and all of a sudden one of these bad boys comes up. You know, we think we're scared of the sharks. Hey, these are the dinosaurs that eat the sharks. I mean, look at this. Look at these guys. You know, I have to say, if you love dinosaurs, this is definitely a place that you want to go to. Now, Danny did tell us that there is another dinosaur exhibit in Canyon City, which happens to be where we're heading to next. And he talked about how a lot of their fossils that are in their exhibit actually came from this exhibit, from this resource center. They had an overcrowding of fossils here for the size facility that is here, and so they created a dinosaur exhibit there. So we are very much looking forward to seeing the dinosaur exhibit there in Canyon City. If you've ever been there, leave us some comments in the box below. We want to hear from you. If you like this, give us a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and let us know who you are. Let us know, hey, I love dinosaurs. I want to come here. I want to do this. You know, we want to meet you. We want to know, you know, your experience. Did you come? Did you enjoy it? Was it everything that we promoted it to be? I mean, for me, this is just too cool. So I'm fixing to go get some pictures. Alright friends, so Danny came over, he found us, he wanted to give us some more information, some more kind of guided info to tell you on our YouTube channel. So here recently, the founder of this resource center actually found juvenile T-Rex bones right here in Colorado, and they brought them back, and that's what is here in this display case. And they also found evidence of the dinosaur having been eaten, because there's markings on the bones, as you maybe can see here. There's also which I think is very cool, a velociraptor tooth here in the case. And they also found things that likely contributed to this dinosaur's death, which is bony issues, disease, cancerous tumors, that sort of stuff. Very cool stuff in the world of paleontology. Real quick, I'm going to swing the camera around so you can see everything that I just talked about. I want to make sure that you get a good glimpse of it. Also, right here is the founders of this resource center. They've been doing this for more than 45 years, and like I mentioned, this is the third largest in the world. And so let's swing the camera around so you can see what we see. So how cool is some of that? Now, what I want to show you behind me, which I think is one of the coolest parts of this, is the actual lab where they clean up and restore these dinosaur bones. This is where all the magic happens. This is actually one of the paleontologists finitely looking at one of the bones and marveling over one of the discoveries. But yeah, here's the lab that all of the things are done. So absolutely cool. I was really hoping that we'd be able to see the actual lab and see where all the magic happens. One other cool thing that Danny told us, and I was reminded of this just as I stepped back in this room. So this is the underwater exhibit, if you will. This is where all the seafaring dinosaurs were. Most of the bones that are here were actually discovered in the Badlands of Kansas. If you're familiar with your prehistoric time, this part of North America used to be underwater. And one of the unique things is this creature behind me, this Cretaceous period dinosaur bone. This is actually 90% complete. It's very rare that they find more than a handful of bones in one site. Usually it's 20, 50 bones at a time, or 20, 50% of the bones. This is actually 90% of the original bones for this fish, or for this dinosaur. How cool is that? Now, some of the cutting edge things that they're doing is 3D printing. So how does the 3D printing side of things work? Well, if they discover, say, one bone of a pair of legs, right? So you think about a T-Rex, 2 legs, say they only discover one, they can scan the bone that they found and duplicate it, thus to create a pair. That way, when they put it on display, it's an actual replica of exactly what the dinosaur bone would have looked like. So they're eliminating as much of the man-made side of it as possible and bringing it back to the original, bringing it back to what it is originally looking like when they put these things on display. So we hope that you enjoyed the trip here through the Dinosaur Resource Center. That's the end. The rest is just a gift shop. We are definitely going to get a magnet to go in our RV for this place, and we're definitely going to see the exhibit in Canyon City. But if you're new to our channel, make sure to subscribe. Give us a thumbs up if you liked this exhibit and you thought it was well done, and leave us some comments in the box below. We want to hear from you. We'll see you at our next Destination Unknown.